To complete the diet analysis project week 2, you also have to complete the nutrition screen, which I think is labeled with A, part A. And then to do that, simply copy and paste all of the questions with their instructions to your desktop. This is a Word file, and so you can answer each question by simply moving the cursor below the question and then typing in your response and saving that completed file again to your desktop. Once you're ready to submit it, simply attach it to the diet assignment week 2. Let's continue on with week 3. In week 3, you have to begin to generate reports. Specifically, you have to generate the MyPlate analysis report, the bar graph report, and calories and fat report. To do that, let's move back to NutriCalc. So here we are back at NutriCalc. Let's go home. Whoops. Sorry about that. Here we are. So here we are at the home page of NutriCalc. To create a report, you click on the Reports tab, and you'll see all of the various reports that are available are shown on the left-hand side. You have to prepare 3 reports for week 3. The bar graph, shown here, calories and fat report, shown here, and MyPlate report, shown here. To generate each report, simply click on the specific report of interest. So we'll start with the bar graph report. Click on that. And the first thing it asks you is, which 4 days do you want to include? So you put a check mark on all the 4 days in which you recorded your 4-day food intake. The data then on the bar graph will represent the daily average of these 4 days with respect to consumption of each of the nutrients listed on the bar graph. You then want to include all the meals you consume. So click breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snack. Then, very importantly, click Update Preview. And that's all you need to do. Here's the report. It's actually generated. Now what you want to do is save that report to your desktop so that you can then upload it at the end of the diet analysis week 3 instructions. So first of all, you want to change the format to probably PDF, and then you want to click Save Report. And then when you do that, the report comes up. Click the file, click Save As. It'll take just a minute. It's running slow. Don't know why it's running slow. Let's try it again. File, Save As. It's thinking. There we go. And then you would just choose a place on your computer, a folder, and click Save, and you'll be done. So that was the bar graph report. If you click one of the others, like calories and fat, you simply go through the same protocol. You select all 4 days, select all 4 snacks, click all 4 meals, click Update Preview, change the format to PDF, and save the report. So you do that for all 3 reports. Now let's go back to our instructions. Then after you generate each of the requested reports, you have to answer the questions. So after you generate the MyPlate analysis report, using that report, answer the questions on the section of MyPlate that is in the instructions to this assignment. Once you generate the bar graph report and the calories and fat report, then you have to use those two reports to answer the questions on carbohydrates and then submit that. So you will, for week 3, you'll submit 3 reports, plus you will answer the questions on MyPlate and answer the questions on carbohydrate. You also may need to run a single nutrient report for sugar, because one of the questions on the section on carbohydrates says if you were above the recommended guideline for sugar intake, run a single nutrient report for sugar. So let's go back to NutriCalc and let me show you that one. So here on we're back on the Reports tab, and you'll see Single Nutrient. Click on that. Once again, select all 4 days. Select all 4 meals. But now you see there's a new drop-down menu that was not present on either of the previous 3 reports. It asks which nutrient you're interested in. Here, specifically, we're looking at sugar. So use the drop-down menu and select sugar. Then go to Update Preview. Now when you look at the single nutrient report and scroll down, you see you've generated one for sugar. Once again, change the format to PDF and click Save. Alrighty. Once you run the single nutrient report, if you have to, you may not have to, then you answer the 2 questions in the carbohydrate section that refer to the single nutrient report about sugar. For weeks 4 to 5, you simply are going to use the same graphs that you already generated in week 3. You'll copy and paste the sections in the instructions to weeks 4 and then again in weeks 5 to your desktop, answer all the questions, and then submit. Finally, in week 6, the last part of the assignment, you are to write a 2 to 3 page commentary of your overall assessment of your eating behavior and how it might impact your future health. You have to be sure to comment on, first, any food patterns you observed during your 4-day food recording period, any nutrient consumption results that surprised you or ones in which you did not meet your recommendations, and how might you use that information to plan your future health and wellness goals. I also want you to comment on any health risks that may be genetically related and how your current eating might impact the development of these risks. Are there any diseases that you should keep in mind for your own health behaviors? Are you at increased risk for any of these diseases? And if so, what lifestyle or dietary guidelines could you follow to prevent or manage one of these chronic diseases? And then finally, I would like you to discuss your BMI and waist circumference measurements and how these help to indicate your current health and/or your future health risks. And that is it.